right, well, good afternoon. I would like to welcome everybody here today. I am Scott Stevens, the James City County Administrator, and I have the pleasure of welcoming you and serving as our MC for this investiture ceremony. Before we begin, I do want to say I thank all of you for joining us today. I also want to congratulate our elected officials who are taking their oaths of office today. I want to say thank you to them and their families for their willingness to serve this great community. It really is a family event when you get into these elected positions. And so I do want to say to the families, it really matters what you are doing and supporting our elected officials. So thank you for that. At this time, I would ask that you please rise for the presentation of colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. And presenting our colors today, I'm proud to welcome the James City County Police Department Honor Guard.
Want me to pledge allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to thank our James City County Police Department Honor Guard and ask that you please be seated. I'd like to recognize our elected officials in the room. So if I miss you, please come back after I come through. We've got Delegate Amanda Batten, so I appreciate you being here. We've got Supervisor Jim Eisenhower and our chairman and Supervisor Sue Sadler, who will be spending her last day with us today as our elected official. So others will recognize as you do your oaths. Are any other elected officials that I missed in the room? All right, well, thank you for being here. At this time, I would like to introduce our chairman of the Board of Supervisors, Mr. Michael Hipple, and allow him to make a few comments. Mr. Hipple?
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Stevens. I'd like to also welcome everybody for coming. And it's a very important job on the Board of Supervisors, I feel. You know, this is where we really touch the community. You know, a lot of the other political jobs are, they're working outside the community. We get a chance, and Senator Tommy Norman told me years ago, he said, the only difference is when we make a decision, it may be a year or two before it becomes law. He said, when you make a decision on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning at breakfast, somebody's already telling you what you did or didn't do right. So, you know, it's a neat position to be in, and it's one that is very well loved in the community. And I want to ask my new board members, thank you for old board members and new board members. Thank you for willingness to serve and your families for allowing you the time to serve. We know what it takes. You'll learn what it takes. and I'm just a little, I know you'll be sworn in shortly with everyone, and I just want to do a little swearing in ceremony of our own board. So, and you can remain seated, but repeat after me. And I, and give me your name, will honor and support Mr. Hipple in all the decisions.
Nice try.
I was this close. I was this close. I thought maybe I could get away with it, so I said I'll give it a try. But thank y'all for coming. I appreciate all the support y'all give this board and the new board as we move forward next year. Thank you very much.
Oh, man. Well, thank you, Chairman Hipple, for that. I also want to recognize and thank the Honorable Judge Holly Smith for being with us today. She's always tried to accommodate our requests, and I do appreciate that and her willingness to participate in our ceremony today. So I will turn it over to her in just a few minutes. Before Judge Smith begins administering the oaths of office, I want to review how we envision, or I envision it flowing. And as you know, our elected officials are independent thinkers, so if they want to do it another way, that will be okay as well. This ceremony is about them and for them. What I'd like to see happen, I will personally call up each individual. They are welcome to bring others with them if they would like, so we'll leave that up to them. Hope to have you centered in the middle of the room. Our mics have worked and not worked. At the moment, I believe they're working, so we'd like to be able to hear you. So at that point, we'll put you in the middle. Judge Smith would administer the oaths of office. We've got the oath to be executed and signed. We will do that, I think, over this podium, just to have that done. We will take a few photos, if you'll allow, back in the center. And then after the oath, if you'd like to comment, we'd be happy to hear comments from you. So I'll defer to you on that. With that, we'll call up the next person and go from there. So any questions before I move along? All right. Family and friends in the audience, if you want to move around and take pictures, you're more than welcome. Just don't trip or knock somebody over in doing so, but you're welcome to get anywhere you need that you think makes the right view for your loved one who is being sworn in here today. With that, Judge Smith, any comments from you before we begin?
I do. Good afternoon. I was asked to say a few words this afternoon. They told me I could talk about anything. So in this season of gift giving, whether you're celebrating Christmas or Hanukkah or just supporting our local businesses by shopping local, let me talk about gifts for just a moment. When you think about gift giving, all too frequently, and unfortunately, we think about running around on Black Friday, shopping on Cyber Monday, never at our desk though, never from our offices, and just generally surviving the pressure of the gift-giving season. And I'm going to ask that you think about for a moment, think of the very best gift you've ever received. What is that? For some of you, it might be something along the lines of that Red Ryder BB gun, you know, the one from Christmas Story, you'll shoot your eye out. Something fun like that. Let me give you 3 excellent, top-notch gift ideas for this season. These are some of the best gifts ever given. Number 1, a flat tire. Number 2, a cane pole. And number 3, a haircut. What does this have anything to do with these folks being sworn in today? Why, thank you for asking. Number 1 on my list this year is a flat tire. My best friend in high school, her father was a foreman for W.M. Jordan. He was construction. He knew how to fix anything. He could make anything. He could build anything. He was amazing. You know what kind of person I'm talking about. He was a hunter and a fisher and an all-around man's man, and he was blessed with daughters, not one son among them. So, for those girls, many Saturday mornings were spent drilling by changing tires by a stopwatch. He taught his girls to change a tire and to do it quickly. His thought process was, if my girls break down in the dodgy end of town, not in our county, but in the dodgy end of town, I want them to be able to change a tire and do it quick. Because he was concerned for their well-being. He was committed to their well-being. That was his gift to them, the gift of sacrifice, selflessness, and to his girls. So number 1 on my list this year is a flat tire. Number 2 on my list of gift giving this year is a cane pole. How many of you are old enough to remember fishing with a cane pole, right? My grandfather was a farmer. He was always busy. He was always tending to something, some machinery that needed fixed, some piece of equipment that needed addressing, some field that needed tending, or some animal that warranted his attention. He did not have extra time, especially to spend with the one grandchild, that's me, the one grandchild who could not ride a horse, didn't really like to get dirty, frankly, and certainly had no aptitude for running a farm. I'm embarrassed to say that I cannot do either of the things that I so fondly remember him teaching me. He taught me to fish with a cane pole and to two-step in my grandma's dining room. I can do neither one very well today, but it's not about fishing with a cane pole or two-stepping with my grandpa. It's about the time he spent, the sacrifice he made, the selflessness he demonstrated by investing his precious, sparse time to spend with me. I was the favorite grandchild, though, so worked out. So number 2 on my Christmas shopping list this year for you is a cane pole. Number 3 is a haircut. This is a story from about the turn of the century. Some of you probably remember it. It was written by O. Henry. It's the story of a couple who had no money in Christmas time. And they wanted to do something so very special for their spouse and couldn't figure out what to do since they didn't have any money for presents. The husband had a pocket watch that his grandfather had given him. And he thought to himself, if I just sell this pocket watch, I can buy my beautiful bride some beautiful hair combs that she had looked at in the store window so she can pull her hair back. So he did. His bride, thinking the same thing, what can I do for him, said, you know what? I've got this long, beautiful hair. If I just cut it and sell it, I could buy him a chain so he can wear his pocket watch that his grandfather gave to him. So you can imagine Christmas morning, she presents him with a chain for no pocket watch, and he presents her combs, which she does not have hair to pull back up in anymore. That is called the gift of the Magi. Some of you might think, why? Why is that called the gift of the Magi? The reason for that is because the Magi in history and in the Christian faith represent wisdom. It is wise indeed to be selfless, and those were selfless gifts. So number 3 on my Christmas shopping list this year is a haircut. These are stories of flat tires, cane poles, and haircuts, which may seem dissimilar to you, but they all have one thing in common. They have one thing in common with our folks being sworn in today, too. They are all gifts that demonstrate a commitment by the giver to the one who receives the gift. They are tales of sacrifice. They are tales of selflessness. So now I ask you that same question I started with today. When you think about the most important gift you've received or the best gift you've received, I dare say upon further reflection, your answer might be a little bit different than that Red Ryder BB gun at this point. Like these stories of gifts, each of these folks who are being sworn in today have walked door to door, talking to people, finding out about their community, getting their names on petitions so that they can be on the ballot. They have gone to meetings after long days at work to talk to citizen groups. They have given, they have sacrificed, and they have been selfless. Like these stories, these folks have demonstrated their commitment to the well-being of us. So, all of that is for the not so glamorous pleasure of being a public servant. They have given us commitment, wisdom, the gift of sacrifice, and the gift of selflessness. And in this season of gift giving, to those who are being sworn in today, I ask your forgiveness. Please forgive us today if we choose not to think about you as a member of our Board of Supervisors. We choose not to think about you as a commissioner, as a treasurer, as our sheriff, as our Commonwealth's attorney. Please forgive us instead as we think of you as our Christmas gifts. Please join me in thanking them for the gifts they will share with us over the coming years.
Very good. Thank you, Judge Smith. I think we are ready. Do you want to be front and center there?
Yes. Might take you all of these
You can take them one at a time,
one at a time.
and I'll bring them to you. Ms. Larson.
Yes, Ms. Larson.
Great. I would ask that the Honorable Ruth Larson, Berkeley District Supervisor, come forward. Supervisor Larson was first elected in 2015 and will complete 8 years of service at the end of December. So,
All right, Ms. Larson, if you'd be so kind, everyone's assembled, to raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Ruth M. Larson, do solemnly swear
I, Ruth M. Larson, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as a member of the Board of Supervisors representing the Berkeley District
as a member of the Board of Supervisors representing the Berkeley District
for a term beginning January 1st, 2024,
for a term beginning January 1st, 2024,
and expiring December 31st, 2027,
and expiring December 31st, 2027,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you know what? Use that one 'cause it's blue. Great. It's hard to follow what you said. I know, because I've read it before. So it's okay.
Got you now.
Yeah. Yep, you're in. Okay. I'll get it back.
This is mine?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much, Judge. I appreciate you coming, and I'll be very quick, even though Scott told me I had 20, 30 minutes or so. I would like to, first of all, just thank Scott and Teresa and Anya and anyone that had anything to do with today's ceremony. One time when my girls were little, and this is truly a family thing. I ran for school board in 2005. My girls were really little. My son was in elementary school. This is all my children have known. And they have paid a price as well, as my husband has. And I'm so fortunate to have their support and the support of my mom. And but I went and took my daughters out of school, got my mom, and we went to the courthouse. And I don't think at the time the clerk must have not liked the school board too much, because she made me do my oath of office through the glass. And that was so tough on me, because I'd pulled my daughters out. I wanted my daughters to see that they had sacrificed, things that I had missed, that, it was worth something. And that really just got me. And so it's been much better since then, I want to say that, but this is truly something I'll never forget. And I'm so appreciative for the county for doing this. And for all of you that have come, it means so much. And I just am grateful to have an opportunity to serve the citizens of Berkeley, the citizens of James City County, and to work with the wonderful staff at James City County. It is truly an honor. They all work so very hard, no matter what their position. So just another thank you to my family for all they did. My neighbors are here. Eleanor, who's in 5th grade, she knocked doors with me this summer. And I am grateful for everyone that helped me in my campaign, and it's an honor to be back here to be able to work with my colleagues. So thank you. Sorry.
Tell me there'd be pictures. McGlennon?
As we ask the Honorable John McGlennon, Roberts District Supervisor, to come forward. Supervisor McGlennon was first elected in 1997 and will complete 26 years of service at the end of December.
All right, sir, if you'd be so kind as to raise your right hand. I, John J. McGlennon, do solemnly swear
I, John J. McGlennon, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as a member of the Board of Supervisors representing Roberts District
as a member of the Board of Supervisors representing Roberts District
for a term beginning January 1st, 2024,
for a term beginning January 1st, 2004,
and expiring December 31st, 2027,
and expiring December 31st, 2027,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations,
Thank
sir. Here and here, sir. This one is for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And let me just say that this is the first time of the 8 times that I've been sworn in that it's happened this way. Each time it's been a little bit different, but it's always resulted in the same kind of sense of renewed commitment to do the best we can for the community, to work closely with a talented and extraordinary staff, to serve citizens who really have a strong sense of what they want in the community and how they can help accomplish it, and with a board that has been working so closely together and so strongly to accomplish good things. You know, I'm used to speaking in 50-minute segments in my day job, but I'm going to pass that up for the opportunity today just to say that I'm really looking forward to the great challenges we have ahead of us this year, the tremendous opportunities that we will face, and the chance to work together to achieve a better community. So thank you very much for the opportunity to be with you again for another 4 years.
Ms. Knoll.
Supervisor-elect Barbara Knoll comes forward. She's representing the Stonehouse District. Supervisor-elect Knoll was previously appointed to the Planning Commission in 2020 and will begin her first term as a Board of Supervisor member in January.
Be so kind, ma'am, as to raise your right hand. I, Barbara E. Knoll, do solemnly swear
I, Barbara E. Knoll, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of Virginia.
and that I will faithfully and impartially
I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as a member of the Board of Supervisors representing the Stonehouse District
as a member of the Board of Supervisors representing the Stonehouse District
for a term beginning January 1st, 2024,
for a term beginning January 1st, 2024,
and expiring December 31st, 2027,
and expiring December 31st, 2027,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. There are 2 places, here and here. Okay, thank you.
A little scraggly. First of all, I just want to thank everybody who helped me get elected. I worked my rear end off. And now I'm the new kid on the block, and I know that everybody will treat me with respect and kindness as they have before, and I appreciate that very much. I just know that, everybody said it's going to be a hard campaign. It's hard to do this. It's hard to get out there. We knocked a couple thousand doors, but I met wonderful people. This county is blessed. We have the best people. We have the best staff. We have great people working for us, and I just look forward to working for you. Thank you.
Bradshaw.
As the Honorable Richard Bradshaw comes forward as our Commissioner of the Revenue, he has been the Commissioner of Revenue, first elected in 1999, and will complete 24 years of service at the end of December.
Mr. Bradshaw, would you be so kind, sir, to raise your right hand? I, Richard W. Bradshaw, do solemnly swear
I, Richard W. Bradshaw, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of Virginia,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me
all of the duties incumbent upon me
as the Commissioner of the Revenue for the County of James City
as Commissioner of the Revenue for the County of James City
for a term of office commencing January 1st, 2024,
for a term of office commencing January 1st, 2024,
and expiring on December 31st, 2027,
and expiring on December 31st, 2027,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, sir. All right, there's two places for you to sign, here and here. Because you get to,
Wonderful.
I'm telling you, you get it done by the end. And the fancy one is for you.
As Scott was so kind as saying, it's been my pleasure and privilege to serve the County of James City for the last 24 years as Commissioner of the Revenue. It's probably one of the least understood offices in the Commonwealth because we deal with taxes and nobody likes to know what we're doing. But I'm also sure that every one of the constitutional officers who takes an oath today will assure you that none of us can operate without our staffs. And I feel that I have one of the best staffs in the entire Commonwealth. So as I said, it's been my pleasure and privilege to serve the County of James City and to work with that group of people. Thank you.
Pictures first. Not getting the hang of this, am I? Right. As some personal connection for me, I used to work for this gentleman. I hold him in Highest regard.
The Honorable Nathan Green, our Commonwealth Attorney, was first elected in 2007 and will complete 16 years of service at the end of December.
What you don't know, too, I'm just going to take, liberty. What you don't know is I did work for Nate for a lot of years. I have known him for a lot of years, do hold him in the highest regard, but this is a sweet moment for me as well, because when I was sworn in by Judge McGinty to take your circuit court, Nate Green held the Bible for me to place my hand on and be sworn in. I wouldn't have it any other way. Mr. Green, would you raise your right hand? I, Nathan Robert Green,
I, Nathan Robert Green,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties that are incumbent upon me
as the Commonwealth's Attorney for the County of James City and the City of Williamsburg,
as the Commonwealth Attorney for the James City County and
for a term of office commencing January 1st, 2024,
for a term of office commencing January 1st, 2000,
and expiring on December 31st, 2027,
and expiring on December 31st, 2027,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Two places. What's yours?
Thank you. The perception would be that I'm standing up here by myself, but nothing could be further from the truth. For if there's anything that I have learned in my 16 years is that no victory that I have won, no accomplishment that I have been credited with has ever been my own. The only true accomplishment that I have, the only thing that I will take credit for, is really smart hires and building a tremendous team. And I would like my team to please stand. And know that all of my failures are my own, but all of my victories I share with you and with all of those that have supported me these many years. Thank you very much. And I would like, could you guys come on down? And I would, if willing, I would love for anybody wearing a badge to come on down and be part of the picture as well.
Gaggle of people. Sheriff Hardin.
As the Honorable Sheriff David Hardin comes forward, he was first elected in 2019 and will complete 4 years of sheriff at the end of December.
I, David Joseph Hardin, do solemnly swear
I, David Joseph Hardin, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as the sheriff for the county of James City and the city of Williamsburg
as a sheriff for the county of James City and the city of Williamsburg
for a term of office commencing January 1st, 2024,
for a term of office commencing January 1st, 2024,
and expiring on December 31st, 2027,
and expiring on December 31st, 2027,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Sheriff. I wonder how you get your chicken scratch. Nancy, one is for you.
I don't really have much to say. I want to say thank you to all the citizens, to everybody here, to my office. I will tell you, and everybody has said this, is, you know, I'm not the reason that I do so well. It's the people that work for me, and we are a great team, and I have the best team that I've had in a long time. I've worked for the sheriff's office for 29 years now, and this by far is the best office that we've ever had. My son is here. He doesn't want to come up here with me or anything, but I am going to single him out there. Without support of family, nobody could do the jobs that they do, and definitely that is a big part. And thank you to everybody that helped me along the way. Again, this is an honor to serve as your sheriff, and I tell everybody that I ever come across, the best place to live and work is in James City, Williamsburg. Thank you. I can say one thing. You said something about a haircut. Do you remember years ago, I sent you a text, and I said, can you fit me in for a haircut? And you said, I believe you have the wrong Holly. and I think I did still say, well, do you think you could do it anyways? So,
You did. That's a true story. You did. You asked me for a haircut.
thank you very much.
All right. Jennifer, is it Tomes? Tomes. I didn't want to mispronounce your name. Jennifer Tomes.
Honorable Jennifer Tomes was first elected in 2015 and will complete 8 years of service as our treasurer at the end of December.
Kindness to raise. I, Jennifer O. Tomes, do solemnly swear
I, Jennifer O. Tomes, do solemnly swear. Let's start over. I, Jennifer O. Toms, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
all
all the duties incumbent upon me
the duties incumbent upon me
as the treasurer for the county of James City and city of Williamsburg
as the treasurer for the county of James City and the city of Williamsburg
for a term of office commencing January 1st, 2024,
for a term of office commencing January 1st, 2024,
and expiring on December 31st, 2027,
and expiring on December 31st, 2027,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God. Congratulations. There's 2 places for you to sign. This one and this one, please. Oh, it's okay. I'm to a Smith, so how hard is that, right? Fancy one for you.
Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ms. Judge Smith. I just wanted to say, ditto what everybody else has said. Our staffs make this job so wonderful. Although nothing I send anybody ever feels like a gift, I don't think. I try really hard, but but the staff in my office are amazing. They do what I consider running block very well for myself and county administration and the board members. I couldn't do this without my family, and it's really hard to be a tax collector, but it's really hard to be a tax collector when you're married to a fireman. So I do appreciate all of his support, as well as my children. Thank you.
Oh, I don't think they want a picture of me.
Okay. All right, well, with that, I'll close this out. I would like to say congratulations. Thank you for being here, and I really appreciate Judge Smith and others' willingness to serve. So thank you.